Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of our Posthomerica illustration. This one is for chapter 10, in which Paris is killed by the bow of Philoctetes. And we have our just rough line art for Paris going in. Let's get the rest of him added. And we really shouldn't spend too much time on any of this stuff because we want to be able to, you know, be loose with it and screw around. So let's just get stuff in and go from there. Okay, that leg is probably a bit too long. Yoink. Great. Okay, Paris somewhat done. If we're going to add some stuff to him, we should probably get, you know, kind of like, now that he's roughed in, we should at least get the roughs for some of his designs in there. I don't know what I'm gonna put here. There's a really cool pattern on some of this stuff with Paris. Let's just get the rough in for it. Good. Uh-oh. Cool. And right now we're really just, again, taking from an existing piece of Greek pottery design and focusing on getting what is in that picture in our picture. We're not necessarily coming up with new ideas at the moment. What's going on here? Oh, some of this stuff got drawn on the guide layer by accident. That's okay, because we're not going to use either layer in the final. It's really annoying though, because I didn't click it. My hand must have just hit, the butt of my hand must have hit it while I was doing this. That's really annoying. Okay. Let's get a little bit of detail in here. Good. Now what do we want here is the question. Let me see if I can find any interesting concepts. Well, I guess we could always go with the old tried and true. One of these. No, that doesn't really make any sense. Oh, there's an interesting situation happening behind where I guess this thing he's wearing is like some kind of scarf or something, so it's going behind his back like that. It's not really adhering to gravity in this picture, but whatever. I don't know, something like that. It's like some kind of like cloth thing underneath. I don't really like that thing. I don't know if we're gonna use it. Because we can kind of move his legs up if we don't. Let's get rid of that thing. And we're gonna take his legs and just move them. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, take that one. And just put an extra little one of these on here. Great. Okay, Paris is good to go now. Oh, wait. Uh-huh. Somehow I created a new layer that has this stuff on it. Well, I don't really understand how I did it, but yeah, it's just a layer with this. So let's merge it. Let's just put a really quick background behind Paris, because he's sort of done for now. Let's give this a new color, though. I do kind of like this color. We'll give it more of like a red figure, or different red figure color. Maybe like this. Maybe like, yeah. So we want to get this in so that we can just see the figures for what they are when they're all roughed in. This is not going to be the final line art, and it's also not going to be the final fill-in layer. So we don't really need to worry that much about making it exactly right. It's kind of a weird trope in a lot of this Greek art that even a character who's being like slaughtered does not really have a facial expression that looks angry or sad. Such as here, you know, I'm just recreating the facial expression of one of the Greek characters that's dying in this picture, and he looks like this, even though he is being shot down or stabbed or whatever in the picture. So I think I'm going to change that in my version. But yeah, it's kind of like first we're just drawing in more or less the exact reference, and then we change it in the next stage. All right, that's one character done. Well, not done, but one character in the scene. Now let's get Aphrodite here. We'll get rid of Paris for a minute. Okay. Oh, why is that so big? Oh yeah, we need to put the bones back on. This one has an interesting thing where the Potter actually drew the curvature of the spine, which they don't typically do in these artworks. And in the picture we're taking this from, it's actually, I think it's supposed to be a nymph who's running away, but in our version, she's Aphrodite, who's kind of fleeing the scene, because she, in my interpretation, she doesn't want to see Paris being struck down. Oops. And she's holding a cloth of some sort, which we'll put in a second. Okay. And we don't really have a reference for the back of the foot. We'll have to get a picture of that. Okay, so that's not connecting to the spinal thing that we drew, really. It works though. Hold on. Get rid of this part of the spine. This, and then the spine goes like... It doesn't really make sense, this spine that they drew. We're actually going to get rid of their spine. We're going to make our own. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Good. We actually can't see either of her legs in the picture that's referenced here, so... God, this stupid thing keeps making marks that I don't want. I guess the it would be something like this, right? So let's get rid of that. Get rid of that part. Okay, and then there's an interesting piece of headwear. I don't know what this is. I guess it's hair. I suppose it's all tied up in this headpiece, whatever it is. I don't really understand it, but I think it looks cool. Oops. So we now want to get this robe thing. Okay. Whatever's going on with that. So the back of that foot is looking real weird now that I'm looking at it. Let's get a... I'm gonna open an incognito tab and search for back of foot for our artistic reference here. Okay, we're gonna pull this and we want to turn it and flip it, I guess. Yeah, no, we don't want to flip it. That's gonna screw everything up. We want to... It's not gonna work really. It's not the right angle, but we'll see if we can incorporate this somehow. So it basically would be this. I think we're overcomplicating it because we don't need it to be, it could actually still just be a profile like that. Yeah. We're just gonna make it larger. Okay. So we got our Aphrodite in here. And as you can see, we're being very quick and dirty about this. We don't really care about getting the form exactly... What the hell? Exactly right yet. We don't really want to waste our time on things that we're not focusing on at the moment. Right now, the important part is to get the... there we go. To just rough the characters in so that we have an idea of the composition. And from there, we can, worry about details later. I figure Aphrodite should be the nude one because she's kind of like the goddess of love. She's always portrayed as, like the most beautiful goddess. Alright, let's get this stuff in here. Good. Oops. So now we have, let's put her in a group as well. We have Paris and Aphrodite. We're gonna put Paris on the top layer. Nope. Grab him, put him above. Good. Okay. Aphrodite should be kind of floating or something, so maybe we'll put her like up there. It also gives us a more interesting composition because not everybody's on the ground plane. Oh, and it ends up covering the foot as well. Okay, so we have two characters. Now we move on to this side where we're gonna do an IO, and we're gonna get, who do we want first? I guess we could do Philoctetes. I'm gonna give him the face of a different character. Oh wait, no, we already have a face for Philoctetes. And it is this one. Right. Do we still have this on different layers? No. Unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to preserve that. It would have been nice if we did. But, okay. So what we're gonna do is, I guess we'll just kind of copy this. We're gonna take the whole thing, and then we're gonna paste this in either for reference. We're essentially gonna trace over this because we already have a face for Philoctetes. We don't want it to be, you know, like he doesn't have the correct face that he had before. So we're gonna put that in, get rid of this one. And let's make it translucent. Why is that? Oh, we're on the wrong layer here. And we're gonna trace in a face that doesn't have, essentially we don't want him to have the same kind of scraggly beard thing because he's no longer stranded. Although I don't know that I even want to do this because the style of picture we're doing is totally different. Like they wouldn't be looking at 3/4 angles like that in this one. I think we're gonna overhaul his face. We'll just give him a totally new face. And we'll give him some kind of cropped facial hair. Let's put it on another layer so we can screw around with it. I like the pointed beard that Ajax had. I think we should give somebody else a pointed beard like that. Might as well be Philoctetes. It's like playing with one of those Woolly Willy toys where you just you draw the facial hair on top of the existing face. Yep, pretty cool. Okay. We could try doing some kind of... No, I don't like that at all. Looking at the beard of Leonidas in 300, Gerard Butler's beard, because I'm realizing that they must have based that off the same visual archetype. Okay, so we got Paris, we got Aphrodite, we're getting Philoctetes. Let's get rid of this reference picture. Good. Yeah, so like now, you know, he got his hair cut and his beard trimmed. Now that he's like joining up with the army. Although I want to give him, we're going to make his beard encroach less on this part of his face, I guess. Maybe it's kind of like that. I don't know. Maybe it's more of a gradation, or is it a line? We're gonna make it like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna do it for now, ladies and gents. We have two rough figures. Left side is in, right side starting now. Great. We're gonna work on that next time. Thanks for joining the show. The channel is called The Voice of Nick. If you want to see more, don't forget to hit the follow button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, and have a great day.